Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. And joining me through StreamYards, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the champion, is Joshua Gangsta Time Cole.
It's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time. What's good, Chris? Fellow Nick fan, fellow champion as well. And what up, everybody listening, especially.
The champ is here!
Also joining us, it is our producer, Edgelord Big News, Brian.
Nan to you big news.
Sup, nerds?
Hey, we are here post Nick's championship run. Very excited to get into it. Here to represent. Very excited to get into the show. How are you guys doing today? Are you guys excited? Are you guys pumped?
I am pumped, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's get some house cleaning stuff out of the way. I am currently continuing my journey on reading every single series in Jump and tier listing them. So a couple changes right off the bat. Alien Headbutt has been canceled officially. And it is going to pretty much solidify as a C rank kind of series, but it was very good. I think I'm actually kind of sad about this one. Alien Headbutt was kind of unique and fun, and the art was really good, and I'm sad to see it go. It had a lot of potential. So far, Kanado's Magic and Underdoctor, who was part of that class, are still here, but weirdly enough, they're also in the bottom. Underdoctor is running the risk of being canceled, surprisingly.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but I think they have some time, if I understand it correctly. Honestly, some other series are probably going to end in the near future. So, yeah, well, this should be here, actually. But in any case, yeah. But yeah, these are still here. There are 2 new series that have been added to Jump since the last time I reviewed my tier list. The first of which was Animal Sense. I think that's what it's called. Let me see. I'm using my iPad. Animal Signal. Sorry. Animal Signal is a new gag series by the creators of We Never Learn, which was a harem series from years ago. That was in the pages.
You would know. You would know about a harem
I would
series.
know, okay? I would know. It was in the magazine and I read it, okay?
Yeah, of course you read it.
It was the harem series that had like 7 different endings, one for each girl.
Yeah, and you read every single one.
I sure fucking did, Brian, huh? What now?
Yep.
I sure did.
Harem series, the most out of any series.
All right. Well, this is not a harem series. This is more closer to just like an action comedy series. I really like it. I think it has a lot of potential. Right now, it's only 2 chapters in, so it will be in the probationary F rank period for now, but it will top my F rank so far. The second series is Howl Formula, which is a Formula One racing series. I liked it. I think this is also a good series. It's very surprising. I don't know how I worry about this one a little bit only because it's one of those series that is hard to really capture with the still image. Something like Formula One racing. But you know what? The art in this series is really good. Like the opening color spread is kind of phenomenal. And the story is very cool. I think it has a lot of potential, and I hope it sticks around. But yeah, it's going to be right here in the probationary F tier until, maybe like 10 or so chapters where I move it out and, place it, properly. My D rank is going to stay about the same. I'm not sold yet on Class 2B Destroyers. I think it's in an interesting place. I think it shook up the dynamic of the series in an interesting way. But it's still not my cup of tea, really. Drawn to the Fire is okay. It's doing really well. It might actually stick around for some time. So it's good to have a sports series. I'm hoping this one can climb a little higher and improve a little bit. Hema 10 seems like it's going away soon, and I think that's what's going to be able to buy Underdoctor and Kanado's Magic a little more time. Because this, along with another series, are probably going to come to their ends naturally very soon. So, but yeah, it's very much a D series. I enjoy it okay, but it's not great. Me and Roboco is probably gonna bottom my C rank forever. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's very funny. But it is just like a very episodic gag manga. So it's more like a nice little palate cleanser, and I think it's got a good role in Jump as like a perennial franchise gag manga. New Age Exorcist is still okay. I'm still not sold on it very much. It's kind of still a little generic for me. Kanado's Magic is on the risk of being canceled, which is a shame. I enjoy the series a fair amount, and I'm just worried that it's not going to reach its full potential. But maybe one of the two series ending will buy it some time. Roku's House of Absurdities is really cool. I really love the concept of this series, and I think it has great potential. I think people should read this one. Roku's House of Oddities. Under Doctor actually shocked me. It's been a while since I checked the rankings of Jump, and I didn't know that it had dropped in the rankings. I always thought it was going to be a spiritual successor to Sakamoto Days, but maybe not. But we'll see. I feel like maybe they'll give it some leeway. Who knows? It's a weird time in Jump where there's going to be slots open, so certain series may stick around longer than probably originally intended and get a second chance. Someone Hurts is probably going to stay where it is. It's a little pleasant manga, very fun gag romance. It's cute. Witch Watch is pretty good right now. In this cool battle arc, still great. Ruri Dragon, I thought I took this off. I don't know why. I feel like this tier ranking reverted to an older version. Ruri Dragon is back a little more frequent every 2 weeks, but I did remove it because it's kind of irregular, and if I can't have Hunter x Hunter on here, I can't have Ruri Dragon. But everybody read Ruri Dragon; it's very good. Shinobi Undercover should be a little higher. It should probably be here, and I remember this being here. Okay, so it did revert. Blue Box is going to end soon. I feel like we're in final arc territory for real. And I really enjoy this series. For a romance series, it's extremely mature. It's really well drawn, and now we're in like a sports aspect of it, which is really cool. I very much recommend if you're looking for just like a chill slice of life sports romance. Blue Box is very, very good. Ichi the Witch, our new arrival in the lineup, is gonna stay where it's at, kind of, sort of. Although it may overtake Shinobi Undercover. I feel like Ichi the Witch has gotten better and better over time. I'm really enjoying this current arc. I really enjoyed the previous arc. So who knows? I still like Shinobi Undercover. I really like the protagonist of Shinobi Undercover, and I think that's just, and the action of it is just more my speed. But who knows? Ichi the Witch might overtake it. Who knows? Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi. Yeah, this is a three-way kind of tie for the top of the B ranks here, to be honest. I really like these three series, and I constantly find myself like fighting myself about what should actually be at the top of my B rank and what has the most potential to break into A, because I have a lot of love for all three of these series. So let's just say this is a three-way tie for the number one spot of B rank. Yeah, Akane Banashi is fire. I really like it. I don't know if it's always been behind Sakamoto, but it should be a little ahead of Sakamoto, to be honest. I really like Akane Banashi. Sakamoto Days is great as always. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It'll probably close out as an A-rank series in my book. That's a third series that's probably going away very soon. These series might, Under Doctor, Kanado's Magic, and whatever else is in the lower rankings, may actually get some extra time, because Jump is looking at a potential 3 series exits within succession of each other. So nice. Anyway, Kagurabachi, peak as always. One Piece, even more peak. And that is my tier list rankings for the week. Yeah, I'll get some more thoughts on our newer series later. I'll get into more in-depth thoughts next week as these plot points progress and all that stuff. So that's all I got for my super cool tier list. What about you guys? Are you guys reading anything? Anything you guys want to catch up on?
No, not at the moment. I'm not reading anything.
Nope.
You know what I did? I started rereading World Trigger.
Ooh, good choice.
Oh, yes.
I just got the hankering for it, you know? I started watching the anime again, and it was just like, I need to reread this again. And I can't rewatch season 1. I just can't. I can't do it. It looks so bad.
The revamp is coming soon.
I can't wait. I feel like the revamp is probably gonna like give World Trigger a fresh breath of popularity. It's such a good series. But yeah, I started reading World Trigger again. And yeah, it's really cool. It's funny how slow the series kind of starts, but like it's still good, you know. I just can't wait to get to the B rank wars and the invasion and all that stuff. So good. But that's what I've been doing. I'm only on the second volume. I collect World Trigger. It's one of the physical series that I have in my house because I need it in my house. But yeah, that's my journey aside from all the other stuff that I'm reading. Anyway, are we ready to get into the show proper?
Yeah.
Then let's go. One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1185. Mind your own beeswax. So we open. Oh, sorry, Josh. Were you going to say something?
I actually was. I was going to say, this is another one of those.
All right.
It's another one of those, God damn it, I hate the world government in this series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. So, last we left off, we have been delving into Brook's early childhood and early adulthood unexpectedly. And we see Brook grew up in the place called Asperia, which is a land of music. And their main export is that they build instruments there. Brook was a poor kid who built his own violin and, you know, captured the imagination of the Prince Reuven. And, you know, after getting kidnapped by the Marines and getting beat up, Reuven and his people saved them because Asperia is not part of the world government at this point. So, yeah, it's not great. But, yeah, Reuven has taken Brook in and has been teaching him music, make it so he could learn music and to learn battle and all that stuff. And we open this chapter with Reuven asking Candel, his future wife, to take Brook in as her squire, her being the leader of the battle convoy of this country. And, you know, Brook is out there being a little fucking rascal, being like a little uncouth rascal. But, you know, Candel is like, you know, smitten by him, you know, is like, he's such a little rascal, but he's so lovable at the same time. So, yeah, Brook asks if Candela is in love with a particular man. And she says, yes, but he is far out of my league. So I train very hard with the sword so I can be close to him. And Brook is like, I bet you'd be happy if he'd like you if you dress more ladylike. He's like, that's not necessary. I'm simply happy being by his side. His side? Are you talking about me? And she goes, no. So, yeah, fun times. Brook, we cut back to Brook's young adulthood where he's telling Shuri, later Gunko, the story of how, you know, the prince ascended to the throne and became king and married Candel. So, you know, everybody was sick, not sick, but very happy. And Shuri was born, and that made everybody even happier, you know? So, yeah, Brook cuts to the point and says, my point is I love your parents very dearly. I owe them everything. I would give my life for them. And Shuri's like, what what would you do if it was me in danger? And Brooke was like, the same thing, of course. So, you know, they continue to train and hang out for a while. And, you know, we get a montage of all of their good times. And then the year that Shuri turned 15, Esperia lost its music. The kingdom was shrouded in a deep, terrible mist that lasted half the year and made everybody sick, basically. Even Kendall. Kendall got sick and she died, which is very, very sad. Another mom dead in One Piece. Not cool. So, you know, we learned that that Esperia can no longer afford to make heavenly tributes to the world government. And we cut to Brooke still training Shuri, and you know, Shuri is telling Brooke that she wants to be just like her mom when she grows up. It's like, you certainly have the potential, but I don't think your father will allow a princess to fight on the battle line in the front lines. You know, Brooke says that his only option is to serve the king faithfully because, you know, he's looking out for the king. But Shuri is like, hey, I thought you wanted to be a pirate, Brooke. He's like, my onus comes first. Dreams are a secondary matter. So, you know, he's prioritizing watching out for the king rather than following his dreams of being a pirate at this time. We then cut to Reuven telling his people that there's going to be a war against the world government because they can't pay their heavenly tribute. They've asked Reuben to send over 1,000 of his citizens to become slaves in the Holy Land. And Reuven was like, fuck that. So he is like, I guess we're going to fight the government. You know? So yeah, the day comes, the world government attacks Asperia, and Brooke is in the midst of a battle, in the battle zone, you know, protecting his people and his country, while singing a song in his head of Mind Your Beeswax. And then the chapter ends as Brooke arrives at the throne room, where we see a Shuri with the black wings, standing over the presumably dead body of Reuven. With this weird guy standing behind her. It's important to note that both Shuri and Reuven have the wings and the horns, and there is, and behind Reuven, it looks like it's Mars back there.
Yeah, it does look like Mars.
So it's not looking good. But yeah, that is where the chapter ends. Wow. Josh, what did you think about One Piece chapter 1185?
RGC.
Woo! Nope. This one.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
I hate the world government in One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
I sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not Shiryu of the Rain?
No, Shiryu was a warden, and he would have been too young. This was 70 years ago. I don't think he would have been born at this time. But honestly, I don't blame you for
that was him.
I don't blame you for thinking that. I mean, he's wearing the same kind of clothes.
That's his uncle, maybe?
Yeah, Uncle Shiryu.
I just noticed now that he had the wings and horns. That was a good detail to catch.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think the mist was a weapon?
Oh yeah, something that was funny business for sure.
Whoever did it, for whatever reason, at the end of the day, whether that was the world government that set it up, or it was other people, you know, from other places that did that, regardless, you know, the celestial dragons, they'll they have no problem if you can't pay the heavenly tribute, because all that means is they'll get a whole lot more slaves. That's
Yeah.
probably more valuable than the money they'll get.
Mm-hmm.
It's despicable. Um, I don't have anything artsy to say about this, honestly. Like, I think I like seeing, you know, how Brooke turned into the person he is now. And the funny thing about that is that he's a totally different person right now. Then went through completely different like life circumstances. Like this is before he even became a pirate. And he was a pirate for a while,
Yeah.
right? You know, not just for a little while. So I forget the name of their what was their namesake?
The Rumbar Pirates.
Brumbar, yeah. So, and they were known, right? Like they had
They were fairly
information,
they were fairly famous. You know, they were like I don't remember where Asperia is, but I think they're like North Blue people. I don't know.
Oh, they wasn't on the Grand Line.
No, they came into the Grand Line. That's how they met Crocus and him.
Right. Yeah. And their last stop was
Well, yeah.
Floridian Triangle.
Yeah.
God damn it, Gecko.
Moria!
Yeah, that was crazy. But I think it's nice to see this other side of Brooke, who's still the person we know now, but just in a completely different lifetime and circumstances. It's cool. I don't think Brian's back yet. Would you like to go into your thoughts,
Yeah.
Chris?
I'll go into my thoughts. I really like this chapter. It's not my RGC, but it was pretty close up there. Man, I mean, a lot of people are like bummed out by this, just like, you know, by the amount of flashbacks we've been getting this arc, but I don't mind it. I feel like, well, A, we need more Straw Hat lore, but also, I feel like this is as much Gunko's flashback as it is Brooks. I think this is setting up important context for Gunko joining the not joining the crew, but, you know, being a part of it in some way, shape, or form. I'm curious the situation here. I mean, I wonder if it's kind of similar to what happened with Harold, where Reuven was forced to make a deal of some sort with Emu.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Brian. I was just getting into my thoughts. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I really like the flashback. It's super cool to see Brooke as a young man. Fuck the world government, bro. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think One Piece is actually honestly on break next week, which is a bummer. But we'll have to make
Damn,
do.
again?
I know. Who's this guy in the back? I need to know. Is it Axan Morgan?
It's Shiryu.
No, it's not.
Yo!
Brian, Josh said the same thing, Brian. It's not Shiryu.
Maybe it's Shiryu's dad.
Maybe Shiryu's dad.
I said his uncle.
Yeah, Uncle Shiryu.
Uncle of the brain.
Uncle of the rain.
Or
Axham Morgan? Chill.
Bro, imagine.
That's the OG.
No, but
OG Ananobi with the tip.
OG. OG of the rain. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'm very excited to see how this goes. Very sad for Shuri, because obviously she's going to the Holy Land after this. There's not a whole lot of because she was there in Rox's flashback, so, and this was before that, so she'll end up there. Yeah, I'm curious to see the circumstances. That's definitely Mars back there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he said. Like he and Brooke have to get into, because he's got to know.
Young man, would you also like to be flipped?
I could flip you right now if you want.
Not now, right now.
Right now. Just say the word.
Yes,
and
say the word.
say the word and you're flipped, bro. Brian, what did you think about the chapter?
I don't have much to say except for one thing. Kendall isn't dead.
Oh, that's something that I remembered. We all were like, Kendall's definitely going to kill Reuven. She's definitely undercover. I think she's dead, bro.
I don't think she's dead. I think she's gonna come back into the story somehow, some way.
Nah, bro, she's dead.
Watch.
They buried her. They did like a big old... Brian, you know why I think she's dead? Because not many people stay dead in One Piece, but you know who definitely does? Moms.
They didn't show her death though, and this is what Oda is banking on you believing is, oh yeah, moms die.
You're thinking he killed all these moms to set a precedent?
Yes, to set it up all for Kendall. She's not dead. I know she isn't. You're not fooling me, Oda. You're not fooling me. We're gonna see her soon. Huh? What'd you say?
Is Tritoma dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Kendall is not.
They buried her, bro. They have her, but they're crying over her grave.
She's not dead. Watch.
She might have the revive from the dead fruit.
No, because then it wouldn't go to Brook.
Oh wait, Brook has that. Yeah.
He hasn't eaten it at this point, so it'll be interesting to see how
Rise
he eats
up as a zombie fruit.
Nah, man, she's dead.
No. Okay.
That's all I have to say. Watch. Just watch.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we got to say about One Piece. Good chapter overall. Next chapter is going to be the real. I think it's going to be the real turning point with this flashback. All right. Let's move on to the next one. That was quick for One Piece, honestly. We're usually on this forever. Let's move onward.
Bloody Cross.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 263, Awakening. Last we left off, Shin beat the fucking Mr. Music Man. I forget his name. He was defeated in front of a live audience, and Shin greeted the crowd in a rock star way. He is now walking away, injured heavily, and he's thinking to himself, my whole body aches, but I did it, Mr. Sakamoto. Time for me to do my shonen. I did it. I'll be right there. I'm gonna knock out. And I'll probably show up to save the day later. And then we cut over to the reindeer guy. I forget his name. Feels like forever. He's watching all these events going on. And, he's watching. He's like, Master X, the only remaining blade of the new JAA is you. I want to save you, Master Sakamoto. I don't like relying on that jerk, but at this point, I have no option but to trust him. Don't let me down. And then who pulls up behind him but Gaku, who is still suddenly alive.
Yeah, I thought he was Giga dead.
Yeah, he should have been. I was honestly fine with him being Giga. But you know what? When he first died, I was like, Cap. There was a little piece of me that was like, I don't believe it. But here he is. So yeah, he pulls up behind Reindeer Man, and he's like, the new JA. What's that? And the reindeer guy explains that that Slur absorbed the JAA and launched a new JAA, and thanks to the Sakamoto store staff and some former order members, only Master X is left. But Gaku interrupts him and is like, where's Gramps? The old fart that took me out. He's still alive, ain't he? And this reindeer man explains that Takamura is dead and that Master X killed him. And Gaku already knew what time it was. He looked at the screen and was like, "So you're in there, huh, Gramps?" Actually, not anymore, Gaku. Sakamoto defeated ex Takamura. Anyway, so Gaku's about to go off, and Reindeer Man unsheaths his weird machine gun thing in his arm, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Gaku. I need you to sleep a little longer." And that's where we cut away with. We go back to Nagumo and Shishiba, who are just hanging out, beating up bad guys left and right. And Nagumo is like, "You and Osaragi can hide here for a while. I've got all the basic supplies you need." And Shishiba's like, "You're trying to insult me?" And he's like, "You can't move it, right? Your left arm." That Gozu guy was pretty tough. He said, "Oh, and I tried to make a Booyah base, and it didn't come out right. It's in the fridge. Help yourself." I guess this is his house. I didn't realize that.
It's one of his hideouts.
Okay. So, yeah, and Shishiba's like, "But your weapon's fucked up now when you fought Mr. Oki. What are you going to do?" And then Nagumo just pulls a new one out of nowhere, out of his bookshelf. And he's like, "I got a bunch of spares." So, he gets his really cool, super cool all-in-one weapon. And he heads out to help Sakamoto. Speaking of which, the chapter ends in a cool 2-page spread with Sakamoto fighting X. And that is where we're left for Sakamoto Days. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days chapter 263?
Bro, imagine if the deer robot dude wins.
No way.
I mean, you want to talk about a spectacular role player performance on the heels of a Knicks playoff run that was partly defined by its role players. I mean,
Yeah.
Bravo. That would be incredible. I would not be mad.
That would be
I
sick.
don't even care about Gaku. That's his name, Gaku?
Yeah.
Gaku, yeah.
What was his deal? He's like controlled like a robot or something.
He's like a hammer. He had like a big cool hammer that also shot bullets.
He was like a video game guy too, I think.
Yeah.
He was a gamer.
Yeah, he was a gamer.
He was an Elo demon.
He was an Elo demon, yeah.
Yeah. If he wins though, that'll be peak.
Yeah.
No bullshit. I want to see that fight. I don't want them to cut to him and he's like in pieces.
He was. Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
prepare to be disappointed because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And he's just holding like his torso up and he's like, "Tell me where they're at."
And he's gonna be like, "Master X."
"Oh man, what's Gaku about to do? He ain't about to do shit."
He's gonna be real disappointed because Sakamoto already defeated Takamura in X's body. So,
But he knew that X was in it. Like that X is housing Takamura's.
well, he knew
personality.
because like X killed Takamura, and that's what happens when X kills people.
Oh, he knows. Right, they're his peoples.
Yeah.
Oki's gonna pack him out for sure.
Well, Oki's
No
gone.
doubt about it.
Oki's down. Who do you mean?
I mean Nagumo.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is gonna be a round 2 for them.
They fought before?
Yeah, Nagumo was the one who killed him the first time,
Nagumo.
right, Brian? Am I remembering
They
that?
killed Gaku?
Yeah,
Gaku?
yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Takamura.
Didn't you say he lost to Takamura?
Oh no, you're right. So I think Nagumo like fought him most of the way, and then Takamura finished him,
Oh, okay.
if I remember right. Because I know he was fighting Nagumo at some point early in the series.
Yeah, they do fight. I think Nagumo does. Wait a second. Nagumo does beat him.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. Memories.
Yeah,
foggy
maybe
on
it'll be a
that.
rematch then. Nagumo better not lose. You better transform into somebody he knows. and then just stab him. Don't even make it a fight.
Yeah.
Just assassinate him. All right, Brian, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I don't have too many thoughts on this chapter as well. This is just another setup chapter for the big fight at the end. I didn't expect Nagumo to have another fight coming up, though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Of all the people that I thought would get a second fight, it was not going to be Nagumo. But I guess it makes sense because he's also like part of the original trio of Rion and Sakamoto and himself. So he has some historical relevance to the story. So it would only make sense for him to be there at the resolution of this whole X debacle. But yeah, that's all I got. I look forward to seeing how this unfolds.
Yeah. What are the chances that Gaku actually kills Nagumo this time?
I just don't and then it's
50-50.
what? And then what? It's Nagumo versus it's Gaku versus Shin.
Maybe. I don't know. Gaku versus Boiled.
Yeah, sure. Penultimate fight in the series.
Gaku
Gaku
versus might end up
Lord
fighting
Boyle.
Gaku.
Yeah. I enjoyed this chapter a fair bit. Like Brian said, it was a really cool setup chapter, and I feel like next week is just going to be Sakamoto versus X for a while. It'll probably be like 2 chapters of that before one of the two breaks in and does something. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Sakamoto Days. Rip to Reindeer, man. He's about to get ass whooping of the week next week.
He had no chance he leveled up, man.
No, not at all. He's still like in his tiny little form. But with that, I suppose we should move on, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Kagurabachi. And with that, I'm going to pass this one over to Josh.
Thanks, Chris. Kagurabachi. Chapter 124, Powerless. Last week, the Japanese government and the Soga clan, which are pretty much one and the same, has decided to concede to the Mikaboshi's surrender. What's called like they agreed to the terms of the non-aggression pact, and where they have to give up 3 of their cities, and also give up what's her name?
Chiaki.
Thank you. And to give up Princess Chiaki, the fortune teller, to have a child and live with the Mikaboshi people. So they agreed to all of that. But this also sparked a flame under Rokuhira, and I forget his first name as well.
Kunishige.
That's a very Japanese. Kunishige. It's multisyllabic. Kunishige.
Yeah,
that's 4.
Kunishige.
4 of them things, bro.
4 of them thing. 4 syllabled.
Yeah, man.
Akemura. 4 syllables.
It doesn't say Akamura. Yeah, that is. All
You
right.
gonna check my syllable
Anyway.
counts, bro?
I don't feel like it's 4 when I say Akamura.
Akemura.
Because I say Akamura.
Well, that's 2 syllables.
Not how that works.
Come on, bro.
Just making up, Grant.
You're making up grammar rules?
Yeah. Whatever, man. So Okay. All right. Let me get back to the chapter.
syllable wars.
Last week they they agreed to the Mikaposhi terms of a non-violence pact, which would last for a year, in which they would take over the 3 cities and have to give up Shiaki. But that lit a fire on the Kuneshige's ass to, try his best to work on these enchanted swords. We cut to this week's chapter and we see Akamura, is weeping. He's like crying and all of that. And he's crying to Chiaki, and she's like, "Oh, like what's the matter? Like, did the boys pick on you again?" And I guess like their mom was like, "Yo, you're a boy. You need to fight back. Stop being a little bitch." So
all this toxic masculinity around, man.
Yeah, you had to be the oddball. Shit. That's Chiaki says how Akamura's not a fighter. He's too sweet, and it's not it's just not fair that she's gonna handle that situation for him. And to just be himself, and that his big sis got him. Because that was apparently the past. That was when they were like really young.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the present, and we see this giant tree that easily could be hundreds of years old because of how thick it is. Was kicked over because that's how upset Mr. Jiu was. That's when he saw Hiroto's corpse. He kicked the fucking branch. The guy that kicked the branch is the person that becomes the new head of the Soga clan, which is his younger brother Gyu Soga. Then they show a little family tree of who would be next in line, and Jiu wasn't sent to the island because in the case that one of the all the Soga people do die, he'd be next in line, so there'd be another head person. I guess that's smart, and I don't think he would have helped much anyway. So he's the chief of the Soga clan now, and they're coming to terms with the fact that they had to give up Chiaki, and he's accepted it. And he's actually really thankful towards her. He's saying how he pays his homage and, how she's protecting the country and so courageous. And that's when Akamura pulls up. And he's feeling some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this crazy look in his eyes. And one of the guards is like, Akamura? And he thinks to himself like, damn, like I get it. Like, he's upset because his sister got to go. And we all kind of just agree to that shit, and it was literally just for the sake of buying time that we're subjected into this. But that's the decision we made. So they're like, bro, like just drop your katana. I know you're mad, but listen, she volunteered to do this shit, and like don't undermine her resolve and disrespect her. That was well said. To not undermine her resolve. He's just standing there looking like fucking Slender Man with a sword and a Japanese pants. I don't know what to call this shit. I'm sorry. As the dude is like,
Sword and
one of the
Japanese
guards is
pants.
I'm sure they have a name. I didn't research that.
Not at all.
All right, is that what you wanted me to say?
No, it's just making me laugh.
So they're telling Akamura, like, bro, listen, gonna get scared looking at him staring in the hallway like that. You're like, yo, bro, like if you don't like, stop, we're gonna have to use force. Like, don't make us do this. And they go, hey. And before any of them even realize what happens, Akamura already approached Jiu. Jiu? Yeah.
I think it's Gyu, but Jiu probably is fine.
Giyu. All right, Giyu is fine. Yeah, I'm going to go with Giyu. And he sliced his pipe. Pause. His fucking tobacco pipe.
Whoa. Whoa. Sliced his what
I
now?
slipped that pause.
Chill. Gotta relax, John.
Nah. They sliced his fucking bong, basically.
Yeah. How mad would
It
you
was
be
like,
if someone just came in and sliced your blunt?
I would be sick. I would have knew that person was mad dead, like super serious about
Yeah.
whatever they was approaching me about.
I just
You
rolled
know.
that.
Even if I didn't, I'm smoking it. And you cut it short, quite literally.
Mm-hmm.
That pun was not intended, I promise. So anyway, does that to him. And he's like, Master Hiroto would have chosen differently. And he's like, and Keith is like, yes, he would have fought and died. Which is exactly what happened. If you don't like it, go kill the Mikaboshi. Don't cry to me about it. There's an image that I can't quite make out what it is, actually. I guess it's someone dead or something.
I think it's Hiroto.
Hiroto's super cash.
Damn.
Yeah, super cash.
Yikes.
Yeah, they
I
killed
can't-
your
I
Uncle
don't see his
Casual
face
and
or
Uncle
nothing, but-
Cheese.
Sure did.
Your Uncle Cheese.
They bodied your uncles, bro. The Mikaboshi.
Uncle Casual would have chosen different.
What
nigga,
about
he
this guy?
died for that.
What's this guy's nickname?
Captain Blunts.
I don't know. Shark nose.
Oh, he does got a fucking pronounced nose.
I wish I knew the name of that like meme. Not that meme, that emoji with the nose. You know what I'm talking about? The stone face guy.
Oh, the Easter Island head.
Yeah.
That's that nigga. Yeah, Easter so good. I don't know. It'll
come to
something
us.
sick.
We'll get
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. So he just lets him know, like, bro, we made the decision and that's that. And the guy that would have chose differently went and died, and we're not built like that. So there you go. You go kill them. You go fight and die next. I'm not. I'm gonna stand here and sacrifice your sister. Twiddle my thumbs for a year. So anyway, that's when Chiaki pulls up. Chiaki, damn, thanks. And grabs Akamura away, and she's like, "Yo, stop fucking wilding. Like, come on." And she tells him like, "Oh well, before we get to what she says to her brother, Giyu is standing there shook, and he's like, yo, like, I knew from a young age that he'd be able to, like, you know, rival Hiroto and Big Cheese one of these days. But right there, just then and now, it looked like I had mistaken him for Hiroto. Right in that moment. All due to his obsession with his sister. Creepy.
You.
Man with the mirror.
From Black Clover, Gauche. Check out Gauche over here.
Yeah. Anyway, we get back to what.
I mean, is it really obsession
No, it's not like
with your
that.
sister if you're trying to save her life and stop her?
No, it's
from-
definitely not Gauche levels. I'm mostly joking. Gauche was like weird about it.
But I don't know why they're being
the
weird.
clan
about it.
leader.
Like, damn, this guy's really obsessed with his sister. Like, why doesn't he just send her off to get impregnated by our enemy?
By this old fucking man.
He's so obsessed with his sister.
Oh, he turned into a jump scare.
Yeah.
guy's crazy. He's obsessed.
Why?
I'm not saying he's wrong,
obsessed?
but he's obsessed.
Why are you so
I agree
obsessed
with you. This guy. I mean, I already know that he's a weird. He's got issues. So whatever. He's like, oh, why did you stop me? And she's like, you'll be an amazing sword fighter one day. Don't waste your future like this. She's like, but those guys, and she's like, I know, but look, me making the sacrifice is going to protect everybody, and I'm going to protect you, and I want to protect you. And Akamura is like, I'm not okay with that. And even though I took up the sword to protect you, I still can't, do what I want. So we cut to Kunishige and Subaru.
Yep.
Subito.
No, Subaru. You had it.
Subaru? Okay. They're on the train as they're having a conversation about, like, whether it's actually possible for them to forge the swords. And Subaru actually tells him that, you boast of your ability to forge swords, but your true talent lies in your powers of observation. I feel like that's something to remember. But as he tells him, look, like, you claim you could manage the Dantenseki, but at the end of the day, you're still gambling. You don't know for sure. You're taking a risk. But the alternative to this situation is non-negotiable, so you have to go through with it. As Kunishige resolves to prove it to them that he can do this shit. Back at the sorcery brew, bitch nigga headquarters. This guy with glasses is like, if we fail to comply with both demands, there's no deal. Have them send it to sorcery brew. I'm pussy.
I'm pussy.
Yes.
Look
The
at
research
me.
is over.
I'm pussy.
Their tails are tucked between their legs.
I'm
right now.
wild pussy right now.
And they nutsack. They sacks is tucked.
Yeah.
Tape right now.
Right now.
They should have went and died out there on that island with the
Super casual and big cheese.
yeah, and big cheese. There we go. Thanks. The Japanese has escaped me. So anyway, just like the courage has escaped those at headquarters. But all but one person still has some courage there at that sorcery brew, right? And that's your boy. I don't know. Oh, Shinsaku Hasumi,
What?
the director of the research facility. Okay.
Yeah.
He has some courage because secretly he helped steal the Dantenseki they had pulled up at the research headquarters to transport over to Mr. Shiba. As he tells them, all the alarms have been shut down, but it's only a matter of time before they find out. I can't believe I'm disobeying the higher ups. And he's like, damn, I'm starting to act like you, Shiba. Shiba just is standing there like with my friends died and I got my ass whipped face. Hasumi's just like, I'm an answer for this, bro. Don't worry. Just get going. As we get a little bit of context saying that he was the director of the research facility and he was accused of being the mastermind behind the string of incidents where the Dantenseki was stolen, and 10 days later he resigned. Good for him. He doesn't belong there anyway. So we cut to Kunishige and Subaru walking over to this hut, which I assume is a blacksmith house. And they're like, are you sure about this? And Subaru's like, huh? You can't use this place without me. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter if I make a bunch of enemies. You're a national treasure. Like, you sure you want to, like, get your hands dirty with this situation? And it's like, bro, none of that matters right now. You doing this for a girl, right? And he was like, yeah. That's all super needed. Yeah. He's like, I'm supporting the homie on this one. I don't give a fuck.
I am ultimate wingman.
Said, I will take you under my wing and teach you in the ways of manipulation and toxicity so that you can secure your girlfriend.
Manipulation and toxicity?
Yes, that's how you secure them. Yes.
Prepare to look smacks. Kunishige.
You have to mog your enemies.
You're going to sword mog your enemies.
Did Wendy get mocked?
He did get mogged.
By who?
Jose Alvarado.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does mog mean? All right, let me just end the chapter.
It's like a face you make, right, Brian? It's like having a better face than a person.
Is it? I need to Google this.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the end of the chapter. They pull up to the fucking furnace and they're getting ready to make swords. Bullshit. End of the chapter. Okay, Brian, what are your thoughts as I look up what the hell mog means?
I got it.
For real.
Mogging is internet slang used by Gen Z and Gen Alpha to describe the act of outperforming, dominating, or outshining someone else, usually in terms of physical appearance, fitness, or general confidence.
Get fucking mogged on.
Yo.
Get absolutely mogged.
Kunishige, we've Dattenseki maxed you so you can sword mog on these people.
Yo, you know the terms, bro.
I just within seconds. That's my curse technique. Within seconds of learning new gen slang, I can invert it into a manga context.
Get sword mogged.
Get sword mocked.
All right, you can give your thoughts now, Brian.
This was a good chapter. So basically they committed crimes to make the first the first enchanted blade. It's funny because they mark it off and they're like, yep, this ain't happening as it's happening.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not. These
Let me just cross this out as a thing we'll never ever do.
This was it was interesting to see Akamura in this chapter for kind of like see signs of what kind of demented motherfucker he's probably gonna become. Because like this monstrous look that he has, it's not even for a bad purpose, right? Like he's not evil for doing this. But it's so ominous because it's like even though he's standing up for his sister, he's trying to protect her, he still comes off as villainous for some reason. And it all comes down like this is going to be the type of shit that shapes him later on, and this might be the thing that tricks Kuneshige into giving him an enchanted blade in the first place. Because he's very fast. He's very like fierce and very passionate about what he believes in. And at that time, what he believes in is the cause that, you know, Kuneshige probably believes in. You know, he wants to protect his sister. He wants to protect Akamura wants to protect his sister, and Kuneshige wants to protect Chiaki. So it's like, yeah, of course I'll give you a fucking blade to protect her. What? Of course. It's when it spins out of control is what I'm curious about. Because now I figured that Akamura's cracks would show much later on. But we're seeing it very, very early, like before shit even really hits the fan for real. So I don't know. I just don't know what Kunishige is going to see in this guy that's not a little bit unhinged and demented in a way. But that's it. Those are my thoughts. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think one thing I think Akamura is going to be like a swordsman of convenience. I don't think many swordsmen are going to sign up to use the enchanted blades. They're not going to be exactly lining up around the block to try out for him. So not only do they have that familial connection where, you know, they have a vested interest, a vested and shared interest in protecting Chiaki, but Akamura will probably be the only one to want to do this. So I think Rokuhiro will have no choice really, but to choose. Kunishige. But to choose Akamura. This kind of gave me my theory. I think the Mikaboshi will probably end up killing Chiaki, and that's why this fucking guy snaps and just like commits mass genocide. Not right now, but I mean, obviously she still has to give birth to Chihiro, but way in the future, I think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's obviously, you know, Shunichi is going to come first, and I think what's going to happen is that Akamura is going to get the Shinichi, and he's going to defeat one of the people from Mikaboshi, and then that's going to like convince the other people in the bureau to make the other blades. They're like, okay, this actually works, so let's fucking do it. And I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm excited to see how exactly it turns out, because obviously I think Hokuzono is a good enough writer that it's going to be a little more complicated than that even. But yeah, this was a great chapter. I'm really enjoying this. That last page, I was like, hell yeah. So well drawn. Very cool. Very badass. But yeah, that's where I was left. Josh, what did you think about the chapter?
Well, you guys covered a lot for the most part already, but let me just find the page I want to mention something. So, you know what? That's what I wanted to talk about. All right, did they confirm that Akamura is the first person to get a sword?
It's not confirmed yet, but I think the writing's on the wall that he's going to get the Shinichi came first, and Nakamura is going to use it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's not confirmed yet, though.
I actually think he's going to be the last one to get a sword.
Why?
I don't have much of a basis on it. I just think that I think it's going to be a situation where like all the swords are created, you know what I'm saying? But the last one, like he probably had a lot of thoughts about who to give it to, and then Akamura probably will just like make himself really apparent, you know, or he'll steal it himself and just use it. I don't know. I just think he's going to be the last one. Also, I'm really, really curious if we're going to get to, you know, explore some of the other swordsmen, even though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think we are.
See why they got the swords they did.
I think we are. So. I think we're going to see like all of the sword's powers by the end of this flashback arc. Because I think we're going to see everything. This is going to be a long arc. I don't think this is going to be just like very short at all.
Yeah, I agree. And they should be showing all of them, because even if we still haven't seen the other two, he's trying to make new versions of everything regardless. So it's not really a spoiler or nothing like that. Putting the cart for the horse.
Yeah.
I don't have any other thoughts other than I wonder what Brian's munching on.
Yeah, what are you munching on?
Sorry. Didn't know you could hear that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I suppose we can move onward. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
För mig pickningen är det kjär med som kan chat.
Ichi the Witch. This is Ichi the Witch, chapter 86, or the 86th Hunt, Crossing the Line. Last we left off, Chun was going off on his own, fighting basically the entirety of the main cast.
He was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, he was getting
jumped.
which was, you know, to be fair, he is fighting the strongest people in the verse, so I don't hold it against him too much, but he did get ass whooping of the week last week. And right on time, he was saved by Trikaputo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Trikaputo? The villainous witch. She pulled up.
You'll have no assistance from me.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so she pulls up and, you know, she's talking to Chun. Chun is like, she's like, you're, and she's like, merely a grand dame passing by. And she's
Grand
like,
dame.
Grand dame?
Yes, I could help you with that one.
Thank you. A grand dame passing by. And he's like, no, you're Trikaputo, the villainous. He's like, I said grand dame, kid. You want me to swat some hearing back into your ears? He's like, if you're
That's
talking
some old head shit to say.
Yeah, for real. She said, besides, if you're talking about a villain, you mean women like her. And Fujimine is like, it's been a long time, Trikaputo. And it turns out they've known each other for a long time. And it was already hinted that Fujimine has been around for a while. She just looks young.
Yeah.
But yeah, they start talking shit to each other. It's pretty funny. She's like, I looked for you for so long. I'm surprised to find you hiding in the mantle. It's still a joy to see you again. And she's like, but quit talking like you know what manners are, you crusty old witch. Fujimine didn't really like that very much, but she still keeps that composure. She's like, come with me, Trikaputo. We'll spend endless days of amusement and delight together. But that's when Descaris comes in, and he's like, actually, I guess we could start as acquaintances.
Up.
Whew! She just immediately attacks, manages to draw blood on Fujimine. But she manages to get away with just a scratch. In the meantime, I forget this girl's name, but she pulls up with a rock, one of the main character people, and tries to crush Descaris. But Descaris is able to hold her with one of her magics. And that's when Trikaputo uses Purify with a Kiss Maiden. Her magic comes out, gives this girl a kiss, and manages to save her. But it will take time for her to be to fully flush the toxin. Descaris was able to get rid of it pretty quickly because she's very strong. So she snapped out of it pretty easy. And we get this really cool fucking splash page of Descaris of Trikaputo being like, now get to work and turn things around, Miss Greatest.
Her name's Kumugi, by the way.
Thank you, Brian. And Descaris is like, yeah. And then she immediately blitzes Fujimine and, not Fujimine. She blitzes like the main witch, Mantle Witch lady, and goes into combat and fighting Gokuraku as well. But she's handling them. You know, she starts to like summon her magics and gets Gokuraku tied up and stuff. And she uses one of her magics to block like a double attack from the two magic keepers. And, you know, Fujimine is like, oh man, losing Desi is going to make things trickier. What do I do now? And she peeps that I think Descaris has like a little like cut in her dress. And she's like, ooh. When Desi snapped out of it, the very first thing she did was come at me. Is that because that there's someone she wants to get back more than anyone? And then she turns over to Ichi and she asks Ichi if they signed a mentor-pupil blood contract. And Ichi's like, yeah. And Fujimine goes, really? Mm-hmm. And then the next page is a 2-page spread of Ichi just stabbing her in the neck. And he's like, hey,
Sight.
Don't be doing that now. You should know better, Fujimine. Even as close as we are, if you trigger death for death, you're a prey. And you just tried to kill me. And that's where the chapter ends. Oh my God. Josh, what did you think about Ichi the Witch, chapter 86?
For what it's worth, this was my second
Yeah.
favorite of the week. This is a good week, by the way.
This is a very good week. I have trouble. I'm to this moment having trouble deciding exactly what is my RGC.
I'm not even mad at y'all if it's this or the other one, because all three were really good. All right, so I mean, you said it while you was covering it, but man, like this chapter was dynamic. Descaris is she's the shit. She's the strongest person in the verse so far as the witch. I mean, she's the strongest witch in the association. That's, I guess, not like the headmaster or whatever, as far as I know. So she's living up to that. Like you said, handling everyone. And for what it's worth, she blocks these two dudes who are attacking with like two heavy like weapons that drain magic. And she had the wherewithal to use a magic that had an ability that also had a sword. So it's not like a direct, I don't know. It's like, even if it gets drained, it's just a sword. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was just cool. But man, it was crazy how the poison witch, I forgot her name already.
Fujimine.
It was insane how Fujimine, thank you. How she sussed that shit out so fast. Like, damn, that was a little reckless that she charged in at me like so quickly. Which I didn't think anything. I didn't think anything of that at all, because I just figured she's being aggressive.
Yeah, Descaris is always aggressive. So
yeah, that's not like, it's not against her usual style. It's just that she's fighting against someone so like strong and dangerous that's, I guess it is reckless to like go ahead and do that. But a part of me believes that maybe Kumige, that's
Kumagi, right, Brian?
Grand Dame.
Oh no, the Grand Dame is Trikaputo.
Oh yeah, Trikaputo. Right. Kumige is the
Say hi to Cinnabon, everyone. This is my cat, Cinnabon.
What up, Cinnabon?
Don't drink my coffee, Cinnabon.
Wow, the cat was so adorable.
I know. It throws you off. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
No, that's okay. No, I was gonna say, I think Trikaputo, the Grand Dame, I think the reason she scolded Descaris, like, you know, from like being aggressive like that, I don't think she was even that worried about like Descaris being like, you know, like losing that interaction or anything like that. I think she knew like, yeah, you're gonna like expose the situation.
Sorry. I just wanted to give her shine. She's so cute.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have anything else to say, but great chapter. Ichi is he's insane, bro. He just stabbed his childhood friend, basically.
Yeah, he's not a friendship is
like,
power guy. He said, fuck friends.
Hell no. He was like, listen, why would you do that?
It's like, if you were really my friend, you would know that I would kill you in an instant if you triggered death for death. I'm very decisive in it's you or me moments.
Yeah. Damn. I didn't think she was about to kill him. I thought she was just gonna like use him as leverage. But man, that was her mistake. You took that out. Brian, what were your thoughts?
RGC.
There it is.
Well, Ichi the Witch's first RGC.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Part of me believes that is it Descaris?
Yeah.
Part of me believes that she led her on to believing it, like she let it be known that Ichi has a blood bond, like a blood contract on purpose, so that death for death could be like activated. in a way. That's my headcanon for that.
I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, Descaris is very smart.
Like, she just knew of a way to get Ichi on her side without even having to break the curse.
I mean, that's some real chess shit right there.
I mean, it would make sense for her character because she's the best. She's the GOAT. Right? So, and this chapter, every time she gets into these kind of situations, you see why more and more every fucking chapter why she's the GOAT. Because we saw the last dude who was struggling to fight against all these people, and she's hardly even breaking a sweat against everybody. Which is highly fucking impressive. I love this this 1-page spread of her blocking the 2 attacks. And it's like her holding the thing. I think that's such a fucking cool, stylish like spread. And I don't know, the more the series goes on, the more and more I start to like Descaris a lot more. I think that might be a common trend for characters that are like considered the GOAT right off the bat, where you're just like, okay, yeah, you're the best, okay, whatever. But then as the series goes on and on and on, you're like, okay, okay, you got it.
Yeah. It's just giving competitor, you know? She's a GOAT. She's like one of these GOAT characters in a very different way from someone like Gojo or, you know, like, I don't know, name your GOAT character. She's just like out there. She'll be offensive. She'll get in your face about it. It's so cool.
Yeah, and she's present. Like, she's not a character that has to be held back in order to serve the plot of the story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She gets in the trenches. It's really sick.
Yeah, she's in there. She's in there scrapping. And the series is very good about allowing her to be a part of the story even when she's the best, which is something I appreciate. Because we get to see her be utilized in a bunch of different ways. Like, the reason why she's the best isn't because she's like tremendously powerful. It's because she's tremendously versatile because of how many magics that she has at her disposal. And when she decides to use them for what purpose, she's just somebody who's very methodical. Like, everything has its use for her, and she knows how to use her toolkit better than anybody. So, yeah, this chapter was awesome. And the little twist at the end with Death by Death being activated, so sick. Like, I remember reading this chapter and going, damn. God damn, Ichi. Yeah. This series is really starting to catch its stride right now. And I'm here for it, man. Ichi the Witch is a perfect fill-in for a series like Black Clover, honestly. But that's it. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I mentioned during my tier listing that the Ichi the Witch is just a series that's been getting better and better. And this chapter was no exception. And man, this was a really hard week for me to pick. It was between this, Kagurabachi, and the next series that we're going to cover that I really, you know, wanted to give an RGC to. But you know what? I'm going to go follow Brian, and I'm going to also give Ichi the Witch its first RGC on my end.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
You know, this chapter just had a lot of style. It's like had mad style points here. That one splash page with Descaris and Tricaputo is honestly one of my favorites of the year so far. It just like looks sick. You could put this in I would put this on a poster, you know. And that 2-page spread with Ichi stabbing Fujimine in the neck was such a great page turn. It's something I didn't see coming, and maybe I should have, but it still caught me by surprise. It was a cool way for Ichi to kind of like slowly break out of it himself in a believable way, in a way that makes sense for him. Very cool. And I'm excited to see what comes next for Ichi the Witch. This battle sequence is sick. I think when the anime for this series comes out, it's going to be a sight to behold because Ichi's the next up, taking its spot next to Kagurabachi as a new gen staple. And I think that when it gets its anime, they're gonna show out for it too as well. So I'm really excited for Ichi the Witch's future. But yeah, this is a great chapter. That's all I gotta say. Very cool action chapter. Any rebuttals or anything?
No. I do have a question though.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Has Kyoshi been doing good in the rankings? Ichi the Witch?
I think Kyoshi's been safe. It's been like in the middle. I don't think it's in any danger at all. Yeah, it's been like in the middling tiers. Sometimes it breaks the top 10. But it's really hovered in the middle rankings. Like this week, it's number 11 out of 17 series. So, actually, like it is. Hold on, Ichi's not Ichi Witch. Oh, Ultimate X's Kyoshi was actually 17th this week, out of 21. But I think it's safe. It's been around for a while, and it usually like fluctuates in the middle.
Yeah, they just had. I think they just wrapped up a huge fight. So. What about Ichi?
Ichi the Witch is it's top 3 constantly.
Really?
Yeah. It hovers around top 5 a lot. The last few weeks have been 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 5. This week was 5, I think, but yeah, this week is 5th place. But Ichi the Witch is not going anywhere. It's safe as hell.
Okay, that was all I had to ask.
Alrighty. Well, with that, let's move on to the next one.
We call that easy money, GG.
Dandadan. With that, I'm gonna pass one over to Brian.
All right. So the chapter picks off where we left off with Momo being stuck with this Spinosaurus, which is fucking ginormous and brolic as fuck. And for those who aren't New Yorkers, brolic means it's absolutely brolic as fuck.
You just know what brolic means spiritually. No matter where you're
You'd be
from.
surprised. Not a lot of people know what brolic means right off the jump. But as she's kind of staring down this Spinosaurus, behind her, the raptors are also trying to get through the gate that she slid through. And as the Spinosaurus starts roaring at her, she starts immediately booking it. And the Spinosaurus is breaking through walls, raking through, raking his claws across the walls as well. And she jumps out of a window into like a escalator. As she looks up and sees the Spinosaurus is chasing her down there as well. She slides down the escalator and jumps over the side of it as the Spinosaurus is coming down the stairs. And she runs towards an exit, an emergency exit, which won't open. And she immediately has to double back and get out of the way just in the nick of time as the Spinosaurus kind of crashes through the wall, chasing her. And a rock, a piece of debris hits her head, which causes her to stumble over. And right as the Spinosaurus is coming down to bite her, a hand grabs hers. And it's Okaroon, who brings down the Ogre Club right onto the neck of this fucking Spinosaurus, sending it flying to the side. And then immediately Ira goes ahead and wraps him up in her hair. And she goes, "Momo, you actually survived? If not for Takakura's noble judgment call, you'd be dinosaur food right now." And Okaroon says, "Thank goodness we're here and we made it in time. Even if I'm hopeless on my own, when I'm with you, Miss Ayase, I'm able to put up a fight." As she's kind of holding back tears, she goes, "Right." And the chapter ends with them holding hands, which was the conflict that got them into, this whole mess in the first place. And that is the chapter. Josh, what are your thoughts?
This was both a fucking horrifying chapter and also a very cute chapter all in once. But man, Momo was running for her fucking life. This manga has a very they're good. They're really good at making characters feel like they're in mortal death situations. You know, like situations that you would think like, oh, it's no big deal. You know, obviously the character's gonna lose, and like if they're gonna lose or die or get hurt, it's an important fight or whatever. But man, I felt like these dinosaurs were dead ass gonna eat a in a whole bite. This kid is still inside of the Brontosaurus.
Well, we don't know if he was swallowed, right? Pause.
I think he was. I mean, he got taken.
Yeah, he got taken.
What else is there to say, man? I am happy for Okarun that he got to hold Miss Ayase's hand and get stronger because of it. Super cute. Okay, Chris, what were your thoughts?
Man, it was neck and neck between Dandadan and Ichi the Witch for me. And really, it was a split decision. But, bro, this 2-page spread is fucking goated. I thought this shit was so fucking sick when Okarun came in with the Ogre Club, the angle, the pose. So fucking cool.
Yeah. That was mad cool.
Yeah, it was just so sick. It almost made me audibly go like, yeah! Very cool. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this chapter was just Momo being chased, which was very suspenseful and very cool. But man, that last couple pages was so fucking sick. At the end of it all. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. It was just a vibe, a supreme vibe. And I'm excited to see how this arc wraps up because this was just such a really cool moment for Momo and Okarun. You know, Okarun had to come back for his girl, you know. He could have gone to the barber shop. You know, he doesn't have his powers. His Ogre Club doesn't always work, but, you know, he needed to show out. This was his opportunity. And
Yeah, he sure did.
yeah, super cool. This is the stuff.
It's the cool moment we all want.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, this is the kind of stuff that gets you enamored with Dandadan. You know, it's just a very sweet story overall, but it's also so fucking badass. That you can't help but love it, you know. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Dandadan. I don't have many other thoughts than this was such a well drawn and well paneled chapter, and you know,
Yeah.
And you know, very sweet moment in the end, and it all ends, you know, with everybody's holding the wrong couple's hands, but you know, at the end of the day, it's Momo and Okarun all the way. Very sick. Brian, what did you think about the chapter?
It was such a cute chapter. Also, that like, it was a big action chapter as well. Like, you know, the big chase that was going on. I don't know. This arc reminds me of a lot of Gaunt's a little bit when I was reading it, because Gaunt's has a lot of these kind of like monster chase scenes similar to this. In fact, there was an arc in
Gaunt's.
I know a lot about Gaunt's. I read it twice.
Whoa.
But there's even an arc in there's an arc in Gaunt's that deals with dinosaurs too as well. So this was very reminiscent of that for me. It's Dandadan isn't as gritty as a series like Gaunt's. Obviously, Gaunt's is very edgy. But man, it was so. This is such a cool like set piece for a chase because it felt so like, I don't know, like it just felt so cool to read. You know what I mean? To like go through the pages. Like, I love that he keeps his characters looking so simplistic and so regular, and then everything that's out of this world and extravagant is so incredibly detailed. And like the world, the environment, the things that they're fighting are all so well drawn in a way that it's just like, damn, how the fuck does he do this shit on a week-to-week basis? Like, it's actually incredible. The detail on the dinosaurs, and I just envy that level of creativity and skill. This guy's very, very, very talented. But that's all I have to say. That's all.
Hell yeah.
I know Oda be like, ooh, whenever this nigga be drawing like
Dinosaurs.
animals and shit.
Huh.
Yo, when he seen that seal, I know Oda was like, I like that a lot.
What is like, once Dandadan's over, you want to draw for me?
A man after my own heart. I too like drawing animals in weird places.
Could you
I do
imagine?
specifically enjoy that?
Could you imagine One Piece drawn in Dandadan style?
It would be pretty sick.
I feel like that those two would be a match made in heaven. The Dandadan art style with One Piece.
I don't know.
I
Because
feel like they're perfect for each other.
There's a lot of large scale stuff in One Piece, and I don't think that complements Dandadan. Even in like these situations, like in this chapter where there's like a large ass dinosaur, and you know, a big ass Molder running through. All these panels are done really well because they're still close up. They're not these like zoom out picture situations, and One Piece does that a lot.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. Remember the plane scene with all the sharks?
Yeah.
Like that's a big like that was a huge 2-page spread.
Yeah.
I think nobody does 2-page spreads better than the guy who does Dandadan.
Yeah, because he does them a lot.
That did look crazy. That was with the sharks, right? And the tornado.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
That was
crazy. He does
crazy.
like really high level illustrations every week.
Yes, he does. Like the illustrations themselves are such high fucking quality. And I don't know. For me, with One Piece, it's not a great match in my opinion because I'm so used to One Piece being such like a rougher, you know, more kind of free-handed style. Like there's not nearly this much attention to detail in that series, but I feel like that's the charm of One Piece too.
Yeah.
Although I'm not saying I wouldn't like seeing a chapter done by the Dandadan artist just for the sake of it. That would be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering, you know, maybe when One Piece ends, you know, because a lot of the time when series ends, a lot of artists get together and they just draw that series in one way or another, whether it's an illustration or something. Maybe maybe everybody will just take on a chapter and recreate it.
You know, it's crazy. I didn't cry when the Knicks won the championship, but I might cry when One Piece ends.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a little teary-eyed there. For sure. But is that all, guys?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
fellas, that was Dandadan, and that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening as per usual. You can find me at the Chris Aspinall on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is at JDCole_37 on Instagram, at New Jump City Josh on Twitter. Brian is at B.ESP on Twitter and Instagram. Check him where he's streaming at twitch.tv/It's Punchline. Email the podcast at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com. We will answer any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about in our pre-show chat show. We did one this week, and we were mostly talking about the Knicks win. But we also answered a single question, but we'll do more next week. Yeah. Hell yeah, guys. Yeah, subscribe to the show. Please like, share. I've been seeing a little increase in likes and views, and you know, we just need more subscribers. We need that like, we need that comment. If you like the show, do so. You can also listen to us on Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. we're likely on it. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check us out. But yeah, till next week, we will see you guys. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace out, fellow champion fans.
Yeah, Knicks are champs.
Yeah. I'm Jalen Brunson.
Yes.